Night.
Tonight on Only at 11, find out why some Yakima bus drivers are fired up tonight.
Plus, we'll take a look at the in-state tuition bill, see if it's really helping students.
Live from Yakima, this is local news on KAPP ABC, only at 11.
Evening, everyone. Thanks for staying up with us here on Only at 11. I'm Tedd Florendo, TGIF to all of you. Leading the news tonight, contract negotiations between East Valley bus drivers and the district are at a standstill. It all comes down to school buses and charter buses. The 17 bus drivers want to take kids to big events like sports games and school trips. The district wants charter buses to take kids those extra miles.
And kids every day, to and from school, to their sporting events. And then when it comes to playoff and state times, they are wanting to bring in a charter bus.
To me, this is not about value of people, and this to me is about how can we better serve the needs of our kids in our community.
Charter buses would only be used for long distances. In mediation, the district whittled its request from 15 buses a year down to 4 each year. Bus drivers only want to allow 1 bus each year. Right now, no more negotiations are scheduled. The new Yakima school levy recommendation will cost property owners an additional $1 million. Today, the levy proposal committee released its recommendation to the school board of directors. They proposed a $10.3 million levy with cuts in requests toward maintenance and operations, elementary physical education specialists, and the arts. They say the schools need more money because of widespread state cuts. There will be several community forums to discuss a levy with the school board. The school board has until December 2nd to form a levy resolution. You'll get to vote on it in February. If approved, the revised levy will go into effect in 2005. The Yakima Schools Foundation presented checks to help 2 student programs at Washington Middle School. U.S. Bank donated $5,000 to buy each student and teacher an academic planner. Pacific Northwest Bank gave $1,000 to help the Student Bucks program. Students earn $2 a day for an academic activity and $1 for a recreational activity. Now, they can spend bucks at the student store on school supplies like binders and pens. A recently passed law that allows illegal immigrant students to pay in-state tuition may not be as effective as many thought. KAPP 35's Nicole Chavez joins us live in the newsroom and tells us why students aren't taking advantage of the lower cost of higher education.
Undocumented students aren't filling classroom seats. Local counselors say the cost of school is still too expensive for them. The 2003 state law allows them to pay in-state costs at colleges and universities if they've lived in Washington for 3 years. They also need to have graduated from high school here. Since the bill passed, college records show not many students are taking advantage of the law. Wapato High School counselor Ray Juarez says undocumented students still don't qualify for federal help for school. Without the help, the in-state cost is still too expensive.
Are undocumented, aren't able to afford the actual cost. And when you look at what it costs to go to four-year institutions, expenses are extremely high.
Juarez says even the cost of community college is often too high. Between Columbia Basin and Yakima Valley Community College, only about 37 undocumented students are enrolled. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Nicole Chavez.
Now, Juarez says he often advises his students to do a couple of things so they can go to school. Number one, he talks to them about career alternatives. He also talks about entering full-time careers out of high school that would allow students to work and save up for school. Secondly, he advises many undocumented students to start at the community college level, doing a little bit at a time so the cost is reduced. Lastly, he says students can search for private funding. Doing scholarship searches or looking for a sponsorship program can help them pay for school. If you're looking to buy your first home, a free seminar this weekend might help get you started. Finding a home that fits your budget, shopping for a loan, and securing insurance can all be rather daunting for the first-time home buyer. But the Consumer Credit Counseling Service of Yakima Valley wants to make it a little easier. It's offering a home buyer's seminar tomorrow. The seminar will cover everything from pre-inspection to budgeting skills. Bank and real estate professionals will also be on hand to answer questions and give advice.
They really need this education. So we put sugar pills around it. We offer it in a friendly and humorous fashion, but it's really vital information.
The seminar runs tomorrow from 9 to 3:30 at Lincoln Square. It is free to the public. The counseling service is also offering a seminar in Spanish on November 22nd in Toppenish. Thousands of ballots were counted today for some close races in Yakima and Kittitas counties. For Roslyn City Council, what was one vote race is still a one vote race. Nearly 50 votes came in today for incumbent Joe Carter and challenger Millie Radonovich with no change. 12 votes are all that separate Teresa Ahumada and John Reynolds in the race for Mapton City Council. Mail-in ballots will continue to be counted if more arrive. Finally, in Fire District 5, the race looks to be settled. 55 votes now separate Todd Lunning and Henry Vanderbrink. Yesterday, only 5 votes made the difference. The apple harvest numbers are in, and they aren't as sweet as expected. But Congressman Doc Hastings says the apple quality calls for an end to Australia's ban on U.S. apple imports. Australia doesn't buy U.S. apples because they are scared they may hold a plant disease. He says lifting the ban will bring a substantial new market for growers. This year's final crop report says Washington's growers harvested nearly 75.5 million boxes. That's down about 13 million boxes from last year. There hasn't been a harvest this small since 1992. On the flip side, Washington's wine grape crop is expected to be one of the best ever. To keep up the quality, the U.S. Congress is working on a bill that will develop a virus-free mother block of vines for the state. Cuttings from mother blocks are used to start new crops. With Washington's wine business booming, growers are afraid upstart winemakers could cut corners and put established wineries in jeopardy.
Relatively inexpensive, and they could put in a vineyard relatively inexpensive if they got the labor, but if they don't use the quality vine, then we could have some serious issues going on.
Growers say the $150,000 mother block will make quality vines easier to get and slow the spreading of viruses. A single virus can wipe out a 20-year-old vineyard in just one growing season. Can't have that happen here in the valley. Well, the valley's hills are alive with the sound of music. I was going to sing that, but I'll wait. The Capitol Theater is home this weekend to the music ensemble, The Sound of Music. Now, crews worked diligently for 6 hours just getting the aluminum and plywood set up and ready to go for tonight. Now, there's over 60 costumes the 25 cast members have to change into throughout the 2.5-hour show. 3 semis carried all equipment from lights to wardrobe to sound equipment. Now, it's still not too late to snag some tickets to see Maria and Captain Von Trapp themselves. There's still seats available for tomorrow's show at 8 p.m. The noon show has been sold out, though. Just head down to the Capitol Theater and get your tickets early before they sell out. Should be fun. Now might be the perfect time to give an animal a home. Stray puppies and kittens flood the Humane Society when the weather gets cold. An explosion of animals have been brought into the shelter in the last few days. I saw them personally. Saturday from 12 to 5, they will all be up for adoption at a reduced rate. Puppies will be $50. Kittens will be $40. Now, the price includes a spay or neuter and a free vet check. There's a cute one right there. Wow, I have to pick that one up myself. Nothing's better than good food and great dancing, everyone.